Okay, so moving on to our next session, that is optimizing digital customer experience, leveraging conversational AI and chatbots. I introduce our speaker, Mr. Vikas Yadav, Vice President of IT at Livpure. Mr. Yadav brings 20 years of global industrial experience focusing on ERP, digitalization leadership in auto chemical industries. He specializes in continuous improvement, system utilization for digital transformation, SAP, ERM, CRM, and IT infrastructure management, partnering with CXOs for business growth. A huge round of applause for Mr. Vikas Yadav.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. So thank you for introducing me. So I'm very happy to see that a lot of people are here after the lunch. So normally काफ़ी boring session होता है lunch के बाद. I can understand, and I'll try myself so that this session become interactive. So each one of you can participate when I'll give the opportunity. ज़्यादा slides नहीं है. Most of you people already know क्या चल रहा है टेक्नोलॉजी के अंदर एंड एवरीबडी इज नाउ यूजिंग आल्सो. बट पॉइंट ये हो जाता है कि टेक्नोलॉजी को हम लोग उसी प्रकार से यूज़ कर रहे हैं या नहीं कर रहे. सो व्हाट इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट वी मेक बेस्ट यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी एज पर द यूज केस विच ऑल ऑफ अस आर हैविंग इन आवर ओन कंपनीज और वट आवर प्रोफाइल और वट आवर जॉब रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज और बिजनेस वी आर रनिंग अक्रॉस. So that is very imperative. It's not like that we should not run about the technology that whatever becomes very important and is technologically advanced, let us implement ourselves. So main thing is that we should be able to realize the actual benefit as well as the real pain points which we are going to solve. That should be in our mind. So the first question here is, what is exactly the DCX? That is digital customer experience. So you can see here the digital customer experience refer to some total of all the interaction which we do with our websites, with our chatbots, social medias. You have seen that what our response is, our interest which we showcase at one area, that is also getting reflected on other areas also. You have seen our e-commerce websites, they see the buyer pattern, the buyer behavior. Same way our social networks, you get a lot of person who are asking that, getting a lot of invitations. So this invitation is also coming up in a similar fashion because they keep on checking what kind of interest we are doing. So there is the AI working over it. I will not go into more details, just in the interest of time because मेरे को थोड़ा कम time दिया हुआ इन लोगों ने. मैंने slide share किया था तो बोला कि सर आपकी slide ज़्यादा हैं आप कम करो. तो lot of slides and things I need to remove it. So this refers to the experience. That main thing is that the AI brings lot of reach as well as increases the quality as well as improves our customer experience. So that is the main thing. So here, what are the challenges basically? Whenever we wanted to introduce this thing, the main challenge here is the fragmented customer journey. So you have seen that what our platform, or because many of us are working in organization, either they are selling company or they are in one B2B or B2C, they see a buyer pattern which doesn't complete its journey. So whenever a customer comes or buyer comes, he is not completing his journey. So that is really very important. And the AI really get activated at that time. मैं आज सुबह मॉर्निंग में ही आई वॉज विजिटिंग ए हेवल्स वेबसाइट एंड आई वांटेड टू बाय सम प्रोडक्ट विच माय वाइफ वांटेड एंड आई स्टार्टेड बाइंग दैट प्रोडक्ट एंड आई लेफ्ट इट इन बिटवीन and my mobile number was there and suddenly I had a lot of offers which they wanted to complete my journey and I didn't went ahead. I didn't went because the offer doesn't suit me because I left not because of money. I left because of product features, the features which I was looking that was not coming. Then they asked me a question. So these offer, you are not, it doesn't look that you are not excited about this offer. So what exactly you want? Then I wrote few things and then they arranged a call with me. And they tried to explain those features because what they told that in a website, we cannot write all the features. So we don't know. My product has 10 features. I cannot write those 10 features because that the pamphlet becomes so big, and the person cannot spend so much of the time. So they normally mention those features which maximum customers would like to use it, but I am the different one. So finally they got the opportunity and I bought it, and I got the offer also. So that is the beauty of this AI. High customer expectation, I was falling in that. Then 24/7 availability. So normally the people wanted to serve whatever websites or wanted to do the interaction sometimes at the odd hours. So yesterday I wanted my bank statement. I just went to the HDFC Bank website and I wrote, I need a bank statement for last 3 months. Just simple, not going into logging into my internet portal or going into mobile app. I just type, anybody of you can also just install that WhatsApp chat bot, and just you can write, please send me the previous year's account statement or previous month or last 5 transactions, or just send me the 3 failed transactions, or you can just write the amount. Please send me 1 month transaction which is more than 50,000 debit or credit. You will get it exactly what you need, and it saves lot of time as well as increase the transparency of the system. Basically there are 2 parts which we are discussing. One is the conversational AI, the second one is the chatbots. Currently we do look at those aspects collectively. The conversational AI independently doesn't work. It needs a medium, whether it is get installed in some chatbots or get installed in the websites or e-commerce platform or any kind of your application where it sits and start the conversation. So there is a definite way this conversation take place. The main focus is increasing the customer engagement, improved efficiency through automations. Through this conversational AI, you can increase the automation like the bank account statements which I mentioned. Interaction at the scale basically. It can ask many different questions. It can understand the consumer behaviors. The use case is already there, and it start learning by taking the responses from the customers. And 24/7 availability and the instant response which we get it, and these response are mostly at to the point. Most of the chatbots which has been designed beautifully, they are able to achieve their job more than 95%. That is well said, and it is being observed, and this percentage is now also increasing, and I am sure within next 2 to 3 years it will reach to around 98%. With the advent of OCRs and the emotional quotient which is nowadays the AI is now learning. And maybe in my next session, I'll take up the session on the emotional quotient, how the AI looks at that behavior pattern as well. But in terms of time, I removed those slides as well. Very simpler session, I wanted to explain that how this conversational AI works. So you can see here at the left side, you can see a person who is speaking. So chatbots are of 2 types. One is where you have to type the responses. The second where you can speak up. You can also speak up, give me the statement like that. The system will convert that text to algorithm or the question, which is then fed into a dialogue where those are being performed, and then there is a NLP also working in the parallel, because your speech can be in multilingual languages. You can speak Hindi, English also, Hindi, Urdu also, English, Urdu also. So there is a difference. And it understands very well, and then machine learning is also there. Sometimes you don't write the complete sentence, so that machine learning will also understand, and they will also understand the context in future. And then the second one is, the last one is basically where you are inputting on the system. So this is where the conversation works. The conversation is in 4 directions, you can see here. And the system, the dialogue is happening in between. So the NLP is now also changing into large language models also. Now it is transforming into LLM, that is large language models. So in future, this kind of adding a new language will not be very difficult. So constantly we are adding a lot of languages in India. For example, we have more than 20 languages. So these languages, nobody has to teach these languages to the system. The bot will understand this language, and this language also changes the dialects. For example, we speak in Hindi the same way the Hindi is not spoken in UP, and maybe different in Uttar Pradesh, and maybe little different in Madhya Pradesh or Maharashtra as well. So the system also understands the dialects, and is really very important for system because it can throw up a wrong messages. A little different how the chatbot works. So we are using Paytm. So whenever we do transaction in Paytm, we see that in a message it comes that this amount of transaction is done. It understands what kind of transaction it does, the system does or we are doing. And if you want to repeat this transaction, you don't have to go to the scanner itself, and you can then communicate also. You can ask, you can pay this QR code, the earlier payment, and you can do the payment. That feature is now under the phase of POC, and very soon these kind of features will be available that you don't have, you can schedule your payments accordingly. These chatbots basically understand the same fashion the conversational AI, but the conversational AI is sitting in this chatbot where it works with the dialogue system, and you can take the responses from the different systems, and this way you can have a chatting with whatever chatbots. So it's not only WhatsApp chatbot, so many different platforms they are having their own chatbots also. The integration is very simple. It can be done very easily. So there are a lot of platforms and are available, and these features can be very well enhanced, and it is very flexible. Now, what are the different type of chatbots? हमारे दिमाग में अगर चैटबॉट हो सबसे पहले तो व्हाट्सएप चैटबॉट आता है, राइट? This WhatsApp chatbot is being used very extensively. So earlier the chatbot of WhatsApp was not costing. Now they are now charging these chatbots. So whatever we do transaction, so that is a commercial engagement. They have matured very well. But you can have voice bots. You can have machine learning chatbots where the machine would be doing chatting with your application directly. So the chatting doesn't happen between human to human or human to machine. It also happens from one application to another application. So हम लोग क्या करते हैं mostly? We are integrating two systems. We are using APIs, right? We are doing lot of algorithm. ये होगा, if होगा, then else. All these transactions are there. The chatbot can be used to interact two systems very easily, and that is a machine learning chatbots now taking up in that fashion. Linguistic based chatbots, it is evident from the name itself. Menu based chatbots, very simple chatbots. Press 1, press 2, typically it is there. Keyword recognized chatbots. So where you want some inscription systems or where you want certain way the behavior or the work should be involved, or mostly it is used in the application side, and a hybrid model which is mix of all these chatbots. The list is unending. The system is now, the chatbots is now mimicking, where you can mimic any person's image. You can change, for example, if you want that there should be a human person, human face who should be interacting over a chatbot to me. The chatbot, very soon you can see the person sitting in a chatbot and he or she system will be interacting with you. So these kind of features which looked imagination in the previous years, now they are coming into reality. This I have already touched upon, that what are the things that chatbots bring benefits to the business. So one is the cost saving, the second is the increased sales. They are able to convert the customer into buying some item or material or product, The increased interaction, where the interaction can happen across any time 24/7, that is really very important, where you don't have to have so much of people in your call centers or contact centers. Reaching new customers, finding new customers, very tough part for the sales. And the deeper understanding where you can take feedbacks. So these are the areas the chatbot has shown remarkable benefits, and the ROI is coming straight away. Other than this, there are host of use cases where you can see lot many in the customer supports, e-commerce, marketing and sales, extensively used in marketing sales. And you can say finance and banking, though you can see most of the banking industry has revolutionized their processes. Nowadays, people are getting disturbed with lot of phone calls. Now the chatbots very secretly goes into your system, and it can release some offers, and it can excite you, it can give you some support, and you can resolve your questions, your inquiries at any point of time, and taking minimum part of your personal time. So that is very important. So this is a case where my organization has also started using the chatbot. So you can visit our websites, Livpure, livpuresmart.com, where you can see that the chatbots are being extensively used, where we are reaching to the customers, we are fulfilling their service requests, we are taking new customers, and as well as we are selling water purifier on subscription basis, and we are putting all the transaction on a chatbot system itself, where you can procure our RO as well as you can procure our water purifier on subscription basis also. So it has handled the customer order and tracking, simplified buying experience, and the most important part is the service. The service is mostly the most important aspect which is now coming into sales. So nowadays lot of sales are happening through service route. This has become a new phenomena, new mantra in fact. So this is a particular case. I am not going to mention the bank's name, but this is a very large bank in India. So you can see a case here that the business challenge for this bank was, it was increased because of the size. They have grown, they have lot of customers, and reaching to the customers has become very difficult. So you have seen nearly the RBI has mandated that every person that know your customer has become very important. So all of you have received those information. Lot of nominee updation has also come up in the future, which has become very important, and lot of bank calls, आपने nominee update नहीं किया है, transaction बंद हो जाएगा, right? So nominee earlier was not important in your fixed deposit as well, now but it has become mandate. So lot of updation on the KYCs. This KYC has done beautifully well on the chatbots. The link comes, you have to click on the chatbot, the camera get on, it captures your image, then it asks for your any kind of your address or your ID proof. You scan that ID proof, your GPS location get on automatically. The GPS location and your address proof through the geolocation APIs, it get matched. When that geolocation get matched, your KYC is done. And this process has been approved by RBI also. So earlier this process was very, very difficult, and how much money the bank have to put up in this. So one person is required to complete this KYC norms at, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes, and how much time you need. So those all time has been saved. The business value which has come to the bank, that it handles more than 800 intents, and you can see the 5,000 qualified leads it has tried to capture through this simple chatbot. 24/7 touch points. You can see here that it is evident, it is an integration with Alexa, Google Assistants, WhatsApp, Messenger, all things they are able to interact. So it doesn't matter that you are interacting through a messenger. Facebook account you can also do the chatting, and there is a central server which manages all the chatbots. Deployment may be different, but they are well integrated. It doesn't mean that it recognizes automatically. Quick actions, seamless interactions. This has come beautifully well in the our society. So, in the end, what I would like to say that any kind of conversational AI and the chatbots do comes with some riders. There are some flip part as well. We have to be very careful when we are dealing with these chatbots. So, the security part is very important. That chatbot can also be mimicked. So, how many of us have gone through a situation where our WhatsApp account was hacked or the Gmail account was hacked? Maybe anybody can raise your hands if had gone into that situation. Coincidentally, no. So, that is very fortunate for all of us. The chatbot can also be hacked. So, you can see here that our identity is hacked and that is interacting with your chatbot, and your conversation, your credentials are there, and anybody is logging into chatbots and doing your transaction on your behalf. So, chatbots has to be very secure, that you have to see, you have to be judicially used, as well as the way the implementation technologies and all these things are happening, they have to be in such a manner that all the 7 layers of security should be enabled, and we should be able to utilize these new technologies in a justified manner, as well as the way we wanted to use it, and it should be a use case driven. That is really very important. So, with this, thank you so much. I think इन्होंने बेल भी बजा दी है, जाने के लिए बोल दिया मेरे को. So, if any questions, I am happy to answer now, as well as I am sitting here, and we can have a discussion later on as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Vikas Yadav, for sharing your thoughts and insights on conversational AI and chatbots. To do the honors, I request Mr. Irshad Saifi, Director IT and Digitization, CDIO at Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Company, to please join us.